Your level of commitment is crucial, and also the level of action. So let's talk about massive action. Now, you're going to learn all the tools to help you become aggressive, knowledgeable, confident, and to become a professional. Now, there's one thing that unfortunately is only going to come from you. And we're talking of massive action. Now, when we talk about massive action, it's going to require massive action for you to become a professional. And it's also going to require massive action for you to become productive. So we could talk about massive action in two different levels. And the level of training. So when we talk about massive action and training, you need to constantly train every single day. Now, the program is designed to give you time every single day for you to train, for you to learn, for you to practice, for you to keep building your level of knowledge, for you to practice the execution level, for you to become an aggressive. So every single day you're going to be training at the office. But also massive action on training. Invest 15, 20, 30 minutes every single day. We all have 15, 20, 30 minutes. Multiply those 15, 20, 30 minutes at the end of the month. That gives you a few hours for you to actually constantly train and learn and practice to become a professional. Massive action. Every single day you should be training. Now, when we talk about massive action, as far as your commitment to produce as a producer, there's 4 different degrees of action that you have to keep in mind. Number 1, don't waste any time. As soon as you clock in, it's either you're training or you're producing. If you're not training, you're producing. 100%. Don't waste any time whatsoever. No distractions, no cell phones, no social media, no chit-chatting with any coworker. It does not matter. You clock in, let's get started. No wasting time whatsoever. Time is so essential. Time is so crucial. Every single second becomes a minute. Every minute eventually becomes an hour. So if you're wasting 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, at the end of the day, you may be wasting 30 minutes to an hour. Don't hesitate. Don't waste time. Get started right away. Number 2, when we talk about marketing, you need to approach every single client. You need to approach every single client. Don't just choose who to approach. Go after every single customer. The more customers you approach, the more opportunities. You're going to be able to generate more leads. You're going to be able to generate more walk-ins. So the more you approach, the better you're going to become. The more skillful you're going to become. You're going to encounter so many negatives. You're going to encounter customers rejecting you. The more they reject you, the more creative you become. The more aggressive you become. Approach every single customer. Don't waste time. Approach every single customer. If you're working on calls, schedule every single appointment for today. Work on turning a switch on so that as soon as a customer answers, you're going to work 100% on the attention, on your focus, on bringing them in as soon as possible. Every single phone call is an opportunity. Leave a message. If it's a wrong number, bring them in. Quote them. If they're not interested, find a way. If they're interested and they want to schedule an appointment for 2 weeks, set them up for today. Find a way of bringing them in. The same thing for marketing. Every approach, every customer that you approach is an opportunity. Now, one of the biggest and most acceptable problems is to have too much activity. So let's say you bring 3 walk-ins within 15 minutes. That's a good problem. Let's deal with that as a good problem. If you set up 4 or 5 appointments within the same hour, that's a good problem. Don't worry about the problem if it becomes a lot of traffic. Worry about making sure that we're doing our best to bring them in. So once again, 4 degrees of massive action. Number 1, don't waste any time. Number 2, when we talk about marketing, approach every single customer. Every single customer is an opportunity. Number 3, if you're working on calls, make sure to set up every single appointment for today. Every call is an opportunity. Number 4, set up as many appointments as possible. Bring in as many customers as possible. Don't worry about the problem. Are we going to be able to help everybody? Let's deal with that problem. That problem is a great problem. Matter of fact, that would be one of the most amazing problems that we could possibly encounter. So set up as many appointments, bring in as many walk-ins. That's a good problem to deal with.